It's coming in. Oh, goddess. Hi. Oh my God, look at y'all. This is fantastic. What are y'all doing? Are y'all just having like a Friday night hangout, or do we always dress the same? I mean, I'm here for it.
We're twins. So, but
I love it. I love it. Well, welcome in. I'm glad I could wear purple for this event too. It's like the whole thing. I have my grandmother's sweater on and y'all are just looking hot. So with that being said, y'all, you're welcome. We have 30 minutes. We're going to rock it out. I want to tell y'all, I had a call I had to take. Normally I'm not late to my sessions, but I had to go take this real quick. So when I'm going to kind of like tell y'all real quick, we're going to get into this on, you know, how this happens, right? Oh, what it's like, right? And then we're just going to get like into it. So, number one, obviously it's just going to be me. I'm going to have a pen. I'm probably going to chew on it at some point. I'm also going to have this really cool notepad. You're going to notice me scribbling to all hell. That's all I do. Okay. I get anxiety when I channel, and so I have to let it go. So this is your clean page. Now, the other thing too is when we channel, and I'm going to start making you bigger on my screen so I'm not squinting. When we channel, what we're doing is you have to remember that we are calling somebody's consciousness in, right? We are literally channeling their soul. And how do they come in? How do we talk to them? Well, they come in because they love you. They come in because they love you. They don't care about me. I'm just a tool in the workshop. They care about y'all. Okay. And so what ends up happening is that I say, hey, come on over, use their love, hop in my body, tickle my brain, and, you know, tell me what you want to say. Now, remember this too. Not everybody's been channeled before. This takes practice for a second. It takes patience. It takes love. It takes kindness. It also takes understanding. And depending how they were in life, that's how they're going to be in passing too. Okay. The last thing is that how do they talk? Well, some spirits are louder than others. Some spirits are a little bit quieter. And I have to really gauge on that. So the way they come forward and they talk is they will talk with a whole bunch of signs and symbols. I have all these different signs I've chosen over like the last 20 years, and they kind of put them in my head like a game of pictogram. The next thing is that they will do feelings and emotions. So when I'm talking to you, you are taking in the words that I'm saying and you are applying like a feeling or emotion to them. That's meaning. They give me those feelings and emotions and I have to find words to put to them. Okay. The other two ways are that they will put me in situations that either happen to y'all, happen to them, or will happen to you. Now, with that, I haven't been everywhere in the United States because I'm just down here hanging out in South Texas. Okay. And so some of the places I may have, like Northern Maine, that's not a place that I've ever adventured. So if somebody's from up there, I'll be like, yeah, it's probably like way up there with like the Canadians are. And they'll be like, yes, because I don't really know a whole lot about it. Right. And then the last one is I get words and phrases. They just kind of show up in my head. I got to tell you what they are. This person is here. He is, and this is recorded. I'm sending it to you tomorrow morning. He's here. He laughs. He thinks y'all are a hoot. He thinks y'all are so funny in a good way. He's like, man, like he's like trying to almost like contain a smile in a way. And the feeling is like, I love them. Look how beautiful are, but like, look how fun and quirky they are together at the same time, you know? Okay. Now remind y'all that when he's pulling out things in my head, he's using my words a lot of times. So I'll try to go with what he says, but we may not always, you know, use the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to try to get that across as well. So he says that, tell me, bud. I'm going to ask him things like, what's happening, what's going on, what happened to you, and all y'all really got to do is tell me, yeah, that makes sense, or no, it doesn't, because I want him to talk to. Okay. What's up with you? Oh, the first thing is like coming up, and I'm getting really happy because he's in what we like to call the higher vibrational state. So this means to me that we miss him, we love him, but I don't think he committed suicide, and so that is good for me because that means that he's in what we like to call heaven. He's in a really good state. He's talking about passing as being very exhausting. He's talking about the first thing he does is like try to run up to y'all and give you a hug, or like say like, come over here, because it's like a double hug thing. Anyway, okay. That's what's happening. And y'all are getting so big. You're getting so grown. I mean, I know it's only been a couple of years, but we change, right? He says that, oh, babies. Baby, interesting. I have no idea. What does that mean? Hang on. Who did somebody like? Are we like, nobody's pregnant though? What is the baby about? What? No. What is that about? He keeps showing.
Our twin brother is having a baby. So twins. Yes.
Really?
Yes. So the twin boys, he's having a baby.
Oh my God. Yeah. Cause I was like, I'm looking at y'all with him and I'm like, they're not pregnant. Just the feeling. I'm like, they're not pregnant. That's not a baby. And it hasn't been born yet, correct? Like you're saying, so they're having one.
Coming.
Yes. So he just showed me, this was the oddest thing. You ready for this? So he just, I mean, that's very quick. He showed me an image of holding a baby and it's naked. It's just like this little fat plump thing. And he's like, tell him I got the baby. And I was like, okay, so I just want to let you know it's a whole thing. Okay. He's just freaking loves it. He's so excited about this. Is this the first like grandchild thing? This is the first like big.
It's their first baby.
Yes.
Their first baby. Oh.
He's not there for their baby. He was here for her baby, but not for
hers. Yeah. Okay. So this is it. So let him know. Let your brother know that your dad has their child in heaven.
Yeah. He's gonna love.
Yeah. Just I mean, that's literally what it is. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Oh. Do they want to have another one afterwards?
I don't know. The other one might have.
The other one wants to have another. He wants to have one.
The other one. No. Okay. So there's something. So this is now because there's so many kids here. It's going to be a little difficult for me. Okay. So if I say stuff like that, so this he goes like this. He says, man, one. He was like, I'm kind of just passing him out. That's what he's saying. So he's talking about how there's going to be another one. And I'm like, okay, who wants another one? Because that's coming up pretty darn soon. But it's like, this one is going to be, one sex. The next one is going to be the other sex. So it's like girl and then boy like that. So it's going to be vice versa. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. He says, tell me, he's such a good guy. He pats me on my shoulder and he says, yeah, I'm good at this. Right. I'm like, yes, you are. That's very hard. Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's ask him. Like, let's see. Hold on. Don't tell me. Hold on. No, you don't. No, you don't. No one. Maybe. He says he's up there higher than my daddy. My father had 7 kids. Did he have like 9?
Yeah, 11.
11. Yeah. Freaking G. He showed me this. He showed me 9 and 11. And I was like, 9. But I'm thinking, I just made my husband watch a documentary on 9/11 because he's all in the docuseries. I literally had that on my TV out there. And I was like, 9. Okay. Oh, how interesting. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I know. He says that, ooh. Y'all are going to do all right. Y'all are going to be just fine. He's talking about maybe like a really, really old. Is there like one that's like, no, there's not. Do you have one that's like in their like late 40s, early 50s?
Yes.
My sister Lucinda.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. He says, yeah, they're all kind of good. They're good. He's like, these are going to take off. He's talking about y'all girls. And I go, what? I said, well, what about the other ones? He goes, they're doing good. They're doing fine. He's like, yeah, I got them all the way up to about this age. And I was like, ain't no way. He watches everybody. He goes, ooh, like I'm really busy. I go, I know. He says, didn't know that I would do so much work being dead. So pretty much like his job. Okay. His job is going around and taking care of people, bringing them babies, helping out. I'm going to see what. Apparently, I mean, not only does he have 11 kids, but he was a player. There's like a single woman that he like really, 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 really loved at one point. But I said, so what about your wife? He goes, which one? And I go, oh, like that. I go, okay. He said, he's talking about what? Oh, was him and your mom? They weren't married?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were married. They were married. Okay. And then they broke up though. Was that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what he says.
Yeah.
He goes, their mom. Man, she was spicy. I like her. Yeah, she's good. She's, like that. Oh, no. We weren't together. Not anymore. That's literally how he's talking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he says that. He's so funny. He's such a player. He says, tell her I know that she still loves me. Like in a way, like just
she does. And can I say something? Because we had one schedule and then it switched to this date and our mom's birthday is 2 days away. And I'm like, I know he just switched it so he can say happy birthday to her.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that was going to come up in a little bit because he keeps showing me balloons in my head. And I was going to be like, all right, where's this surprise coming at? That's okay. Are we going to be can we do like a little surprise birthday thing for mom?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what y'all are doing. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, because he keeps showing me surprise, surprise, surprise. I'm just like, okay, good. So he says, he made the wrong move. He's like giving me his heart. He's telling me, like, I think maybe he was like the one that initiated the breakup or initiated like the moving on. And he says that it was his fault. And he now knows. Yeah. And he says, you know, I have a lot of them that I could wait for when they die, but I'll wait for you. I just want to like it's a really big thing. He loves her. He says that. I just want to let you know that your dad's a good guy. I'm going to see what happened to him. He's stubborn. What did you do? Once. I asked him in my head, I go, what happened to you? Why'd you die? He goes, I don't want to talk about it. I go, yes, we will. We are going to talk about it. He says that what? He doesn't like looking sick. He does not like looking sick, does not like looking bad. He like won't show me how old he looks. He won't show me how like he's lost a lot of color in his face, which means he wasn't feeling really good at all. He says that too late. It was too late. It was too late. Man, this guy just kept getting hit with one thing after another. But why? What was at the end of it? He likes to talk about smoking and drinking, but at some point he ended up like that. He goes, I like to smoke. Yeah. I like to drink too. Yeah. You know? Yeah. That's what he said. Okay. Oh, and I think maybe he ended up like having cancer involved on this along with like liver stuff or something. Like he had like a compounding.
His liver.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's talking about how it makes me feel like I'm dying inside, and then he shows me his liver and how it's like just all the color has changed in him, which usually means turning yellow. He says that poor bud. What were you doing, Mel? You were misbehaving. I know you were. He's walking around and he has such a distended belly in my head. So distended. And he's trying to show me these really long, skinny arms that he has, you know, and then his little legs get all filled up with fluid. He's just showing me his
his legs would get
huge.
Yes,
they would pop up.
Oh my God, yes. Hi, Daddy.
Yeah, he's just talking. Yeah, he loves you. He's just showing me he doesn't like that version of himself, so he doesn't like looking at his body like that because that's not him anymore. But in order for you to recognize him, he's bringing that back up. He says that. Tell me. He says that y'all loved him. He goes, oh, they love me. They love me. He's like looking all puffy and everything like that. I go, I know. What? Don't keep me in the hospital. Just let me collapse.
Yes. He did not want to stay in the hospital.
He wanted us to come get him. But
yes. We couldn't. We could.
I know you couldn't. He's yelling at y'all. He goes, don't keep me in the hospital. Just let me come home and collapse.
Yes.
And it was hard for me to have him home because I was scared that every time he would just die. Like I was so scared.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't do anything about that. You couldn't do anything about that. And he needed proper medical treatment.
Yes. Tell him that.
He did. I know, and he doesn't think he did. And you can see his body, and I'm looking at him like, you are being janky. Stop it. So, hold on. So what? He's such a city boy. He's so funny. He like tries to be like, I'm from Houston. And he keeps talking about like walking around the streets, and I'm like, you do not live in the streets.
Oh my God!
He did.
Everybody knew him.
Everybody knew him.
He wanted to be famous.
He had a famous walk. Everybody knew him from his walk.
Strutting around.
Yes,
like that's
really.
Yes.
Yeah, he keeps talking about going outside and like walking on the streets, and I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, he's still doing this. He's still trying to do this. He says, he just made a funny comment about like my ghost is still seen there today, and I'm like, shut up, that's not a thing. He says that he like hits dogs with sticks. What are you doing? I don't know what that is. That was weird. He just got like a long stick and like
he had
like that.
His dog there. There was Our dog Onyx, he died.
Oh, he died too. Oh, but hold on, let's see. But why? Hold on. That was his brother. I'm just gonna say it that way. He says that was
my God, his brother.
Yeah, he keeps saying that's my brother. He just says that's my brother. So his brother's passed away. Yeah, so no wonder.
Yes, his brother.
They died one day apart, a year apart from each other.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Let's see. Hold on. He didn't what? Oh, let me bring I don't even have my microphone down over here. I'm just being butthead. There we go. Maybe we can hear me better now. What? What happened? What happened with him? He's talking to him in my head. He says, I miss you, man. And they're laughing at each other. They're talking about who got off better than the other one. Man, you got off better than me. You got ba 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 ba. So one like must have like died very quickly, whereas your father ended up like taking a really long time to cross over. Yeah, so they're just talking shit in the back of my head. Okay. So tell me about them. What? Somebody's about, see, man, there's so many kids though. Is somebody engaged? Like going to get married, engaged?
I hope. I was married, but I'm not anymore. I mean, we're separated, but you know what?
I asked where soulmate was.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you about this. So he says he shows me like a single solitaire diamond. That's it. And he says, I just want them to get married. That's it. So I think he's just talking about like trying to have, he doesn't like the one that you're separated from. You just need to like completely drop that shit all the way through. Let it go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I said, what about the other one? Do they need to get, he goes, no. She just needs to like take that and drop it off at the train station and let it go. Like, we don't need to do any of that anymore. I was like, okay. She says, when you're bored, block him. Keep him off your phone.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So quit that shit. That's coming from him and from me and the feelings behind it. He says that, tell me about this. Oh. Y'all can't leave each other though. Y'all can't. They're talking about moving. They're talking about, are you up in the Northeast? Where are you at?
We're in Philly, Philadelphia.
You are in Philly. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I go, where are you from, Dad? What y'all feel like the area would be like Georgia, and then when I do that, they say no. And so I'm like, okay, it must be up more Northeast. Texas has a certain feeling about it. Hold on. What? Come here. That's why he's saying born and raised. So he's Philadelphia all the way too.
Yeah.
No wonder. This is what he said, in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground. Like, and I was like, thank you. He says that, so tell me. Sitting there looking at my dead body. Weird. Who's that? Who is that? Hang on. Were they like not, what did they like, hold on. Sideshow or something. Was this the point where like people couldn't come in and see them in the hospital?
Yes.
He didn't.
Okay, this is what he goes like this. He says, coming in and looking at my dead body, and I go, who is this? Like the kids, family, what? And he goes, no. He's talking about the nurses and the doctors on how they're like coming in and like staring at it like it's a science experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does not like that. What? He said, I didn't know what to do. There's a female that came and got him. I would have to say that goes along the lines of like either grandmother for you or like mother for him, like going along that line. Yeah. Like that's a woman that came and got him and was like, come on, let's go. Like that type of thing. He doesn't believe in angels, but like now he knows they're real, which is kind of cool. He says like, he's talking about, he says like all this praying shit. So maybe, I mean, he knew about God, but maybe he wasn't like 110% at that point, you know, and he's talking about how, like it's interesting. He like feels the light. Very cool. They sometimes talk about that. One. So what about them? He's talking about going with you to go get, when are we going to go get our nails done again? When is that happening?
I need my nails done. Because she used to do his nails.
I cut his nails and cut his nails and his toes. You need to know.
This is what he's.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is what he said. He goes, tell them, and I go, what? He says, tell them I'm going to go with them and get mine done with them coming up. And I was like, oh, so it did. And I'm looking, I was like, nobody has really long nails, like, you know, like that. And I was like, when is this happening? Yeah. So he's going to be going with you. He says that, tell me, bud. Hold on. And what? He likes, somebody's eating in their car all the time. He's talking about, I'm going to go get food. He's just trying to talk about being in your car with you, driving with you. All the time. All the time. Y'all, who has, okay, we don't have an SUV. We have a car, like an actual car.
He has his car.
Oh, you have his car. Oh,
yes.
That's why. Okay, this is what he's talking about. He says, man, I ride with him in like this car. I ride with him in my car. And I go, what? He says, no. It's not a truck or anything. It's just a car. And I sit in the back.
Yeah.
So
it's his car.
Okay.
I drive his car.
He's with me. Oh, I love that you do that. He says, clean it up.
I know.
It's a mess.
I know he's not talking though.
I know. Because it smelled like cigarette smoke and all this other bullshit.
Yes, I said I didn't want to change the smell
because she's like the
my
smell of the dad. Yes.
Yes, because he's talking about when you said that, he made me smell this, and I was like, okay, now you're talking shit to her, but this is what's going on here.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of like, that's why he's being a little. But
yeah, she's like that. It smells like my dad.
It smells like my dad.
And you can keep that, and he loves you. So what? Where are you going? And what do you do now? What are you doing? He's in basketball shorts. What are you doing? He's scooting around in like sandals in this house in my head. And like, I want him to wear pajama bottoms that go all the way down. But for some reason, he's putting on long cut shorts. And I'm like, I don't understand that. He says that he has to look good. He likes looking good. He doesn't like the cold weather. He hates the cold weather. He's talking about how I'm going to go out for a walk. And he goes, I got to wear all my long sleeves and like all my stupid little things like that. He says that he's in this house.
No, in our house. He's in our house. Can you ask him if he was flickering the lights in our house? Because
that would be him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he's here right now.
Yeah.
He's here right now. And so whenever you call him in and you think about him, that's why this connection is so good, because you talk to him, you think about him, and that's that connection of love. And so he's going to try to do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
and it's not scary. Tell me.
Walking, we do 5-mile walks because I found this book at his house that told me that I needed to walk to get my health together. And we walk with our brothers like every day to walk. So that's probably.
That's why he's going on a walk with you.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad that because I'm like, I've never had a spirit say, all right, let's get ready. I'm going to go on a walk. And I'm like, why? Okay. And do y'all do the walk in the morning though?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. I was like, is it an evening, afternoon? He's like, no. He's like, it's early in the morning. I go, oh, okay. He says that, tell me what? Interesting. Why? This house is what? Older than they are. Interesting. What? They all live here together. What do you mean?
We're gonna live in a big house.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Now he's talking about your house. Tell me. No, they don't. Interesting. Are there three bathrooms in this home?
No.
It's 3 big. No, the old house.
With the
no. Here. So y'all do share a bathroom?
Yes.
You share a bathroom. Okay, remember how I said no, they don't. They can't, because I'm looking and I'm like, how do they share a bathroom? Ain't no way they do. Okay, he's talking about how in this bathroom, like all of our stuff is like up on each other's, like just piled up or whatever that is. And I was like, they don't. They have 2 separate ones. Okay, he's talking about how Swiffer. Okay, we're talking about that. He's saying that. Tell me. Are we going to get? Oh, he keeps referencing the word like posh dog. Did we get like a designer dog or something like that, or a purebred dog?
I wanted
a dog so bad. She was a dog.
One.
Yeah, every day, every single day.
Every day. Yeah. He goes like this. He just shows me like a Westie, or he shows me like a Pomeranian, or he shows me like
He
something
borrows
like
my
that.
brother's all the time.
Yeah, we share custody of a Yorkshire Terrier.
And a Yorkie.
Yes.
I just took him home so he wouldn't bark during the thing.
You do. So that's the designer dog. Okay. Because
Yeah.
he's talking about this. And I think you need to get one. Like I would even say, look at like a white Schnauzer or something too, like a miniature one. I don't know. Think about that down the line. They don't shed. They're perfect. And you would be a great pet mom.
Yes.
Okay. Just FYI, 10 out of 10. What about Danny? What happened? He's talking about the whole block. What do you mean the whole block? Everybody showed up, but how would everybody show up if you couldn't have like good funerals for like what happened?
But they still came out in the snow.
They came out in the snow, and we ended up having to cancel everything and just go to our twin brother's house, and everybody just filled the house up because
They just showed up.
it was nowhere else to go, and it was like the whole entire block.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh. Cool. I was like, I'm thinking COVID because nobody has funerals right during COVID, and he goes, no, the whole block, everybody showed up, and I'm like,
Yep.
They did.
because he's
And we
there.
couldn't bear
Really? Because it was frozen, or why?
It was
frozen.
The ground was wet.
and frozen. It was snowing that
Yep.
day,
Oh,
so we
wow.
couldn't even bear.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
crazy.
Okay. Wow. So did he end up like sitting in the cooler for like 3 or 4 weeks? How long?
No, for maybe like a week.
The next week, I think.
Yeah, the next week.
The next
But
week.
the
Okay.
day of his funeral, no. The day of his funeral,
Wow.
it was like crazy.
Ain't no way it was going to happen. So no wonder. Yeah. The next day I was going to ask him, was he cremated or buried? And he keeps talking about the funeral, what was going on with it, all that stuff. So he knows. He says that. And y'all still go out there. So you still go out to like the area. Do you go? Yeah. Because he's talking about, come here, Daddy, I bought you this, or I put this here for you. I got this for you.
Yes.
So he
Yeah.
knows he's with you. And then he rides with you in the car on the way back. Okay. So he's always with you. Oh, he does, because he loves you and he's around. So for right now, ladies, because I also have to go to my next session as well, too. I want you to know, just, I mean, if you need me, if you have any questions, just email me. Okay. If you need me again, just email me too. Tell your brother. Okay, please.
Yeah.
And enjoy the baby. You will find love. You let go of him. That way you can have new energy come in. Keep talking to your dad. Do we have like a thumbprint of our father or something?
No.
Weird. He keeps showing a hand over and over again. And I'm like, I know that we don't have a hand to print anywhere. I know we don't have that. Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe we left it on a wall. Okay, we're going to leave that there. He just goes like that. Now, the other thing could mean like I'm trying to reach out and touch you, but I'm not going that far either. Okay. So I want y'all to do a couple of things. Take a couple minutes, have a good breather, have a good ugly cry. And the next thing I want you to do is tonight, before you go to bed, y'all do it quietly by yourselves. Say thank you and I love you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so
thank
much.
you so much.
Anytime. I love y'all. Thank you for letting me talk to your daddy.
Thank you. Have a good
I love
one.
y'all.
Love you.